Hello, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're located. We have a taste challenge, and I have two mezcals. I got to update my notes because I forgot to put something. All right, got that fixed. Okay, so let's put the ABV. Okay, so here's Sombra, Espadín artisanal. They're all artisanal, right? Every one of them you buy, they say it's artisan made, like handmade. Joven, young. This is a smoky glass bottle. It looks pretty. This is the new bottle. I'll tell you a little quick story. A few years ago, I was at Walmart, right? And they had this for $15. I'm like, $15? So I came home. I looked up the price. I had a chance because I wasn't in any big rush. They had a number of bottles. It was like $30-something. They had it for 15. I'm like, oh yeah. I told my friend David. He's like, buy me a bottle, buy me a bottle. I said, okay. He really liked it too. His didn't last too long. Okay, so I still got 80% of my bottle left. This was the new label. Now they had the older style rounded bottles and the new ones, these new look bottles. So I figured I'll get the new one. It looks nicer. So although the old one was nice, it looked fine. Some of y'all might remember the old bottle design. It looked fine, but they updated it. So my bottle says imported by Davos Liquor Company. I never heard of them until I looked them up, and they're in Switzerland. But now the new bottles say Diageo. It got sold to Diageo, or at least the rights to distribute it got sold to Diageo. I don't know if it's actually owned by them. The distillery might be independent, but they make these deals because they need money. Okay, which makes a lot of sense. Let's see what they're saying about Sombra. So they're saying our story. Oh yeah, they're just basically talking about we harvest the agave, we roast it in the fires, we double distill it. We have a little self-driven machine that busts up the heart of the agave. They don't use a horse to pull it. You got this little mechanical thing going around and around. I guess it's run by gasoline or electricity. Look like gasoline engine to me. Okay, so maybe they were always owned by bigger companies. I don't know. They have a reposado, which I'd like to try. I've never seen it. And they have an ensemble. It's a really fancy pants Sombra with the old label too, by the way. Probably never see that one, the ensemble. Now the competitor is 400 Conejos, and they have other versions too. This is the blue label. They got a red label that's harder to find. This is the Joven Espadín tequila. It's 40% alcohol, not 45% like the other one. It's been on the market since 2015, okay? It's imported by Proximo Spirits, that's Jose Cuervo. The Jose Cuervo people own Proximo Spirits, okay? But I don't know if they own this distillery because it doesn't say that. It says under license to Santa Crista. It says it right here. Crista La Santa Distillery. So it's under license. So it's probably just an agreement with them. like Sazerac has with Pappy Van Winkle, where they don't own Pappy Van Winkle, but they have a lot of influence, obviously. Okay, BC's Beer Reviews. Oh, BC's Beer Reviews. Cheers, Ron. Cheers to you, BC. Nick, I can't read out my glasses. Nick Blazer says, have you tried Jack's Abbey House Lager? Well, we can't get their beers in Louisiana, so a lot of people want me to try beers, and I can't get them. If I can't get them, I can't try them, you know? No, I mean, okay. And then I got people that'll say, oh man, I love your reviews. Can I send you some beer? And I'm always like saying the same thing. I say the same thing every time. I said, well, you could send it, but I don't think it's a good idea. It's too expensive and it's a big hassle. And then they'll say, oh yeah, I really want to do it. And I'll say, okay, well, check with me on Alcohol Eggs on Facebook. And then they never get back to me. So I'm like, these people are not serious. Oh, these both have rubber stoppers, neoprene stoppers with a wooden cap. Okay. So, I mean, I'd rather people just didn't bother me with that, because if they really wanted to send the stuff, they would just send it. It wouldn't be all of this rigmarole like, oh yeah, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. It's like, well, okay. You know, it's like that guy, George Curry III. What? Might not even be who it was. He claimed he was George Curry III of Mississippi. He's sending me all these photos. Look, my trunk is full of this, what was that beer? Hop Butcher to the World, I think. I was like, yeah, I think I heard of them. You know, and he's like, oh, I'm going to send it next week. I was like, okay. I had no great drive to try that, but I mean, I wasn't opposed to it either. So then a week went by and I was like, well, didn't you say you're going to send this stuff? Oh, yeah, it's going to be great. I'm going to send it this month. You know, it's January this month. I said, okay. I mean, I'm not sitting there thinking about it all day. I'm like, okay. He showed me the photo. Could have been some photo he stole off the internet, you know, for all I know. And he's right there in Mississippi. It would come in one day, and one day it would arrive. You know, it would take one day. So then another week or 2 weeks goes by, and I'm like, so you got this big plan, and I'm not saying it ugly either. I said, you got this big plan, and I'm looking forward to trying all these beers, and it's really exciting, but it hasn't arrived yet. Maybe you have a tracking number. I could see if something went wrong. And then, of course, I got blocked and unfriended. But, you know, get these assorted psychopaths out there. But like I say, it's probably not even really George Curry III of Moss Point, Mississippi. It's probably somebody trying to fake his name. Have you tried Jack's? Oh, yeah. Cheers to you, Nick Blazer. All right. So, but I would like to try a lot of beers. You notice I said I would like to try a lot of beers. But I have no great compulsion to try a lot of beers. You see the difference? It's like, if I try them, I'll be happy. And if I find them, I'll be happy, but I'm not in this big quest to find. There's so many brands right here in this town I can try. There's no real incentive to go track stuff down. And so when people start that, I want to send you stuff business, I'm like, oh boy, here we go again, you know? Okay. I've sent people beer. Back when I first started doing beer reviews, I used to send people beer to review from Louisiana. But it was a big pain in the butt. It would cost like 3 times the amount of the beer that I was sending to ship it. And I was like, why am I doing this? what's the point? I mean, they tried it, but it was fun, but they tried it and then they sent me stuff. And then I was like saying to myself, man, I'm not going over there and send that stuff anymore. I'm never going to send beer for the rest of my life to anybody for any reason. I mean, I'm serious. I'm never going to do it. If they come to Louisiana, I'll give them some stuff. If I go see them, I'll bring some stuff. I'm not saying I'm going to bring a trunk load of beer. I mean, some stuff, like a few bottles and cans to try. Here's some stuff we make here. We make, like I'm making it, but they make, you should try it. You might like it. Maybe they like it, maybe they don't. But that shipping, no, not gonna happen. All right, here we go. It's like mezcal. Okay, I got all these bottles of mezcal. If I line them up, I better take up almost the whole screen. And I'm trying them. They're good. I never had I had one that's questionable. Okay, the flavors are so strange. Couldn't call that one good. I can't really call it good. I'm not going to call it good. But what would be the point of sending me mezcal when I haven't even, I've just scratched the surface of what I can get here? And so the answer is there would be no point. And it's like beer, same thing, beer. I get so many, I could try one new beer a day and only buy them from around here, and I would never run out, because by the time I caught up, then they'd have 40 new ones, and the other ones have been dumped already. Okay, here we go. I think I'm going to get this on aroma only. Okay. Now one's going to be higher proof, 45% alcohol versus 40, so that's going to make a difference. I think. Yeah. I'm getting strong vegetable juice and like the earthy components, like it's from the earth and dirt and clay. I mean, I'm not drinking clay, but you know what I'm saying. All right, let's go over here. Oh man, this is a smoke attack. It has the vegetable juice. It has the earthiness. It has the clay and all that, the vegetable fiber, but it is a smoke bomb. This thing is full of smoke. Full of smoke. I know it's the 400 Conejos, 400 bunny rabbits. So if you want a mezcal that's not that expensive, I can still get it for $26.99. Right now, I can get in my car and go there and buy it right now for $26.99. Considering I have 80% of this bottle left, I don't think that's going to happen. It's got to be. I'm going to call it before I taste it. It's got to be the 400 Conejos. And it is. Ha ha ha. 5 out of 5. 5 right, 0 wrong. 5 right, 0 wrong. Awesome. 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 Now let's go with the taste. No. Don't take this the wrong way. Sombra has smokiness, just like the Lajitas. Sombra is a smoky mezcal. Not overtly so, but it's smoky. And it's even got some like iodine, and it's double distilled. It has a savory quality. It's strong. It's 45% alcohol. So you go playing around with this thing, watch out. I was talking to a lady today about tequila at work, and she's like, I don't really mess with tequila. Well, I used to, but something happened. I said, oh, wait, everybody I talk to that doesn't mess with tequila, they have some horror story about when they were younger. Oh, yeah. She says, oh, yeah. For years, I couldn't touch it. Something happened. Like, you know what happened? Drinking too much. And I don't know what it is about tequila, but it is like, she said, now I can make margaritas with it. It's fine, And I was telling her about Walmart had this deal on Hornitos Cristalino. I said, man, I did an internet search for Cristalino, and it's like $30 everywhere, $32 every store, $32, 33, 34. I said Walmart had it for 10, even 10. She's like, what? I was like, yeah. I said, did they miscode it? It's like, is it the wrong tag or something? She said, maybe, probably. She said, or maybe they're just getting a deal on it. I said, well, whatever the case, I bought it, $10. She said, well, you just bring it to the counter, and if it rings up, then you got it. If it doesn't ring up right, don't buy it. I said, yeah, but they always ring up correctly. Like every time I see one of these discounted liquors at Walmart, it always rings up correctly. And she's like, I'm going to go over there later after work. She told me, I'm going to go over there and get one. I said, well, it might be all gone. It was like 5 days ago. I said, but they didn't have a big flashy tag on it, like a discount tag. It was just a regular tag. I said, that's like 70, almost 70% discount. Over, yeah, 70% discount. And she's like 69% discount. And she's like, it might still be on the shelf. I said, would hurt to check. Would not hurt to check. So she probably went check. She said, you should have bought more than one bottle. I said, well, I'm not going to drink a whole bunch of tequila. You know, I just do taste challenge. You know, I'm saying it to myself now. I do taste challenges. But for $10, that's amazing. It's amazing. This product is somewhat amazing. You heard what I said, somewhat amazing. Now, Walmart had that for $15. Once again, a crazy deal. It's $35, but they got it for $15. So consequently, I bought it. And it's really good. It's worth the full price, you understand. It's worth the regular price. It's a really good mezcal. I can see why Diageo wanted to get in agreement with them or outright own them. I don't know if they outright own them or they just have an agreement with them. But whatever, it's really good. And they hooked up with the right company because, you know, Diageo got the money. They got the money. They got the distribution channels. They got the, you know, everything necessary to get this out there. And it's out there. And so it's doing all right, I think. I don't know if Davos of Switzerland had that presence to really get Sombra out there. And maybe Sombra was complaining, you know, we're not getting our stuff on the shelves. What's going on here? Walmart pulled us off the shelf. You know, what are you doing? Or could have been something like that. And they're like, you want to get sold? Yeah. Diageo is going to take over. Good. You know, I don't know. I'm just fantasizing, you know, about what happened. But although it may not be that far from the truth. Okay, now 400 Conejos. And they're also hooked up with a big company because Proximo Spirits, probably most drinkers never heard of Proximo Spirits. Understandable. You never hear about them. You never hear about Diageo. But you just hear about the brands like Crown Royal and Johnny Walker. But do you know Proximo Spirits has, that is Jose Cuervo. That's the company, Jose Cuervo. You know how huge they are. We all know that. They also have 1800 tequila. Look how big 1800 tequila is. They also have Bushmills, or they at least have an agreement with Bushmills because that's listed as one of their brands. Bushmills. Think about how huge that is. This huge Irish whiskey company. So they got it going on. All right. And they claim, if you get, it says, check out 400 Conejos. If you go to the Proximo Spirits main site, it's going to link you to 400 Conejos. You know, and you click on it and it'll bring you to that distillery website. This is so smoky. I love it too because I love smoky stuff. You know, other people would just be appalled by it. Dr. Frosty Bruce says, cheers, Ron. Oh, cheers to you. I can kind of read that, but it's blurry, so that's why I have eyeglasses. All right. I got a lot of good mezcals, but none of them, you like that kind of good English, none of them touch 400 Conejos. I'm really shocked because I said, oh well, for $26.99 it'll be okay. I guess I'm sure it'll be okay, but I didn't know it would be the champ. I never thought it would be the champ of all the mezcals I have, and I got so many now. What is it? 8? I'm up to 8. I know some people will laugh and say, I have 300. Okay, well, I just started. Okay. And I'm not in a rush, so eventually I'll have 9, and then I'll have 10, then I'll have 11. But then by the time I get to, a certain number, then the original ones will be gone. I have brought them all down to 0. But I'm not in a rush to buy any liquor or wine or beer. I just try them, do taste challenges. We do mystery taste challenges. We do the duo reviews with whoever I'm doing that with, usually my friend David, because he's the closest one and he's the most interested in it. And that's it. That's really it. I'm not out to chase down like, oh, I got to do this project. No, I don't have to do it. I'm just doing it. And it's enjoyable. And we do our examinations on Wednesday nights and Friday and Sunday, and those are fun too. Clean, mellow, mild, smoky, but not too much. Not too much. More agave than smoke. It's probably 90% agave, 90% agave, 7% smoke, and 3% other attributes, something. But I recommend Sombra, yes. Would I buy it again? Theoretically, yes. In reality, no. Hello, Ron, says Max Walt in the Russian Federation. Hello to you, Max Walt. You still awake this late hour? Okay, now, 400 Conejos. Man, this stuff is the deal. It is the deal. It is the real deal. I'm not kidding. I'm not gonna sit here and say it's 1,000 times better than all the other mezcals. It's not like that. You could even argue that it's not really even better than them. You say, well, it's not really better. It's just smokier. You prefer smoke. Other people don't really want that. So you can't just say it's better because that's your personal preference. I know, I get that. I can't say it's really better. It's just more better for me. It's like beer. People get a conniption fit over beer. They're always going crazy over beer, arguing, fighting, fussing, being like paranoid about it, telling me, oh, you're crazy. You enjoy drinking Busch Light more than 120-minute IPA Utopia barrels. Yeah, that's true. I did enjoy it more. And I always would enjoy it more because it's not nasty, it's easy going, it's light, it's easy to drink, and it's enjoyable, and it has good flavors. Minimal as they are. The 120-minute IPA Utopia's barrels was harsh, hard to take, 17% alcohol, strong, overstrength, overproof. I was like, man, I'd be glad when this is done. I mean, it rates higher, 98 out of 100. It's so awesome if you can tolerate it. You say, but that's weird because you're giving one a 98, you're saying it's hard to tolerate, and you're giving the other one a 90, like Busch Light, maybe a 90, And you're saying it's more enjoyable. Yeah, right. So it's like the whole balancing act. But it could be like, if I could use some other examples, which would be questionable. They would be apropos examples and accurate, but some people might get upset if I bring them up, so I won't. But in reality, these are pretty much even. I mean, honestly, they're really even. They're just both really nice. Very, very, very nice. My personal preference is I go with the 400 Conejos all the way. because I like the 400 rabbits better at because of the smoky quality. But if you say, oh well, I'm not into all of that kind of stuff. I'd rather just a more rounded mezcal without without any one overtly bold characteristic. Okay. So, but I would like a little higher proof. Okay, well then Sombra should work exceptionally well. Turn off the lamp. So, if you're looking for a rounded, good, high quality mezcal that's not going to break the bank and you never go wrong with, oh yeah, Sombra is the way to go. And it's probably not too hard to find. Yeah, if you live in a major area like Chicago, Houston, Miami, New Orleans, Atlanta, Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, San Francisco, Detroit, those metropolitan areas, yeah, I mean, you'll be able to find this pretty easily. Now, if you live in my kind of town, it could be a bigger challenge. Could be a bigger challenge. It will be a bigger challenge. Now, but this is my heart right here. I love this thing. Oh yeah, I could drink on this all night, but I wouldn't do it. I would never do it. This is it. I mean, I've sipped them all down. The glasses are empty. I'm not going to double dip later. A, because it's a bad idea. And secondly, I want to save them for taste challenges. So I'm definitely not going to do that. But I'm showing you two winners right now. I mean, so if you like winners, you like getting great value for your dollar, what I just showed you, those are them. Those are the things we're talking about. All right, now tomorrow morning at dawn, I'm planning to do another one. I got to rinse these glasses out because I rinsed that glass out the other day, and then I smelt it again. I could still smell the smoke, so I had to really rinse it strong. That's how much that smoke permeates the glass. So we have the Uno Mezcal, Mezcal Union Uno. That's going to be a really good one. And then we have the Las Tonas Lobo, the wolf, the coyote. Not Lobo, whatever, the coyote. I'll show it to you. And then that'll close out mezcal, and then we're going into rye whiskey. Oh yeah, umbe. We got a lot of umbes around Louisiana. Okay, so we got Mezcal Union. This is a really good one. Believe me, it is. And then we got the last one in the challenges, the Las Tonas, the Coyote, and that's another dynamite. So those are going to be great. Sid Ritz says, yo, what's up? Well, just finishing the mezcal taste challenges. So the winner is, really no winner, but I'm going to give my personal preference to the smoky, because you know me, I like the smoky 400 Conejos. All right, so we got Tuesday and Wednesday coming up, and then get ready for rye whiskey. Now, some people hate rye whiskey, and many of you, probably most of you viewers, love rye whiskey. And I've got a very famous rye whiskey coming up. Probably one of the most famous rye whiskeys coming up. Most people like it. And I think you're going to like it. And I know I like it. All right, so get ready. Y'all take care now.